Philippines President Duterte to welcome Donald Trump as important leader. "I would deal with President Trump in the most righteous way, welcome him as an important leader," President Duterte told journalists ahead of his visit to Japan, where he is scheduled to meet Prime Minister Shinzo Abe. "I would have to also listen to him, what he has to say," the Philippines leader said. President Duterte said he expects to discuss issues such as terrorism, cooperation between the two countries, and the fight against drugs during his meeting with President Trump. However, earlier, the U.S. ambassador to Manila, Sung Kim, told reporters the two leaders would also likely discuss human rights and the rule of law, which remain controversial issues in light of President Duterte's war on drugs policy. The Philippines president himself said the November talks would be particularly focused on the North Korean nuclear question. The opening agenda would be North Korea. "We are worried, all of us, that if anything can go wrong, it will go wrong," he said, as cited by the Philippines ABS-CBN broadcaster. "A nuclear war is totally unacceptable to everybody," President Duterte added. "Tell him that nobody's threatening him, Kim Jong-un, that there would be no war and that if you can just tone down or stand down, stop the threats, and that would be the same for America." He said the only country that can calm him, Kim Jong-un, down is China. Earlier, the Philippines president referred to the North Korean leader as a fool and son of a bitch, who is playing with dangerous toys. The outspoken Philippines leader has, in the past, not held back from criticizing the U.S. A year ago, he announced a separation from the U.S. in favor of realignment with China. Later, President Duterte slammed Washington for treating his country like a dog. In July this year, he called the U.S. lousy and vowed that he would never go to the U.S. during his term, or even thereafter. However, 3 weeks later, the Philippines leader had a sudden change of heart, calling himself a humble friend of Washington while meeting Secretary of State Rex Tillerson. He also seems to have better relations with President Trump than he had with President Barack Obama. President Duterte called President Trump a deep man and claimed he wouldn't have become a billionaire if he was stupid. President Trump, in his turn, praised the Philippines president in May for doing an unbelievable job on the drug problem despite criticism of President Duterte's brutal drug crackdown by human rights groups. In late September, President Duterte once again confirmed his readiness for a new policy in relations with Washington by praising the U.S. as an important security ally. He described all his previous anti-U.S. tirades as water under the bridge. President Trump is expected to land in the Philippines on November 12 for a 2-day visit as part of his Asian trip, scheduled for November 3 to 14. He will be in Manila after visiting Japan, South Korea, China, and Vietnam.